Hello, I'm Terry, and this is Blade Whisperer. We took a week off, but we're back with another Amazon knife deals video. We're going to start things right off, and we're going to roll into some knives from Kizer. Kizer has some pretty cool blades and some pretty high quality stuff. So we're just going to get started right away. And the first one we want to look at is the Beaver fixed blade. Now they've got several configurations, and depending on the configurations you choose, that's your discount. Right here we've got D2 steel blade, 38% off, so you can get that at $43.19. If you choose to go with a little different steel, they do have it in Nitro V with the black G10 handle, and that's 25% off. So that one's going to be $52.19. And they have another offering in the same knife with Nitro V with black micarta scales, 17% off, so $57.99. So you can get a high quality blade, a nice little EDC fixed blade. Pick your blade, pick your handle, pick your discount. We'll move on to the next one. Now we've got the Kizer Drop Bear. So the Drop Bear is going to be in D2 steel again, and that one is a 10% or a $10 coupon. So you're not going to see it reflected in the price when you look at it. It will take the coupon off when in your cart. Or the other configuration in the Drop Bear gives you a 14% off, and that is 14C28 and brown burlap micarta. That's a nice looking handle there, but that one you can get 14% off. This one's pretty cool. Comes with tweezers, toothpicks, kind of a little EDC fixed blade Swiss Army type knife. We're going to move on to the next one. We've got the hair fixed blade with sheath. This one that you're seeing now is D2 with burlap micarta handles. That one is 29% off or $49.95. You can go to D2 steel with G10 handles at 19% off at $47.95. Another offering they give you takes you with Nitro V steel, and that one's 16% off, $59.95. So again, a choice of steels, a choice of handles. Pick what's best suits you, what best suits your budget, and you can't go wrong either way. Then we've got a folder from Kizer. This is the Kizer Spot, and that one is going to run 40% off, regularly $49.99. Right now, $29.99. So the Kizer Spot. Okay, now we talked about Swiss Army knives, and here is where we get our Swiss Army knives, Victorinox. So we've got several offerings from Victorinox. Again, for all these things, links are in the description for their Amazon store and for some of the individual knives themselves. Those are affiliate links. If you click on those and you buy anything on Amazon, it will help the channel. Whether you buy a knife or whether you buy a multi-pack of toilet paper, it doesn't matter. It will help the channel, whatever you buy, if you get to Amazon using that link. So I appreciate it greatly. All right, let's move on. We've got the Victorinox Hunter Swiss Army knife. 12 function Swiss Army knife. You've got can opener, blades, a saw, a corkscrew. Of course, you're going to get your toothpick and your tweezers. So excellent. I have one of those. I have a Swiss Army knife in my pocket all the time. The funny thing is, the most used tool on there is the toothpick. 35% off, $43.96 for the Hunter. We'll move on to the next one. We have the Champ. That one's got tons of blades. Look at all that stuff. I mean, you've got, looks like a magnifying glass, a file, a saw, scissors, small pliers, a little measuring tape, screwdrivers, can openers, bottle openers, corkscrews. I did an all just pretty much anything you can think of. 36% off, $79.74 for the Champ. Then we'll move to the Swiss Army Ranger, and that one is 39% off. Still a good selection of blades, not quite as much as the Champ, but there we go. So we've got our bottle opener, flat screwdriver, um, can opener, flat screwdriver. You've got the blades, scissors, a saw, a file, another smaller blade, the bottle opener, and your awl and your other stuff, and of course your toothpick and your tweezers. So 39% off, $45.91 for the Ranger. And we're going to move on to a smaller one. Maybe you don't need that big a knife. You just want a small knife to carry in your pocket with a few tools. So the Mini Champ. The Mini Champ is going to give you a file. It's going to give you a blade, some scissors. Still get a couple of screwdriver options. You still can't go wrong with that thing. If you just need some little something, 28% off, $50.42 on that. Now we'll move on. Here we go for a company from one of our companies out of Ukraine. We're going to go with Beavercraft. Beavercraft, well known for wood carving tools and all of that stuff, and they make some awesome bushcraft knives. I've got more than one of them, and they excellent value for the money. So we're going to move on here. We've got the Beavercraft BSH4F. Now they will give them that kind of a name, and then sometimes on the boxes they're going to carry another name. I'm not sure what they call this one, but you can see we've got a ferro rod, we've got a little piece of cordage, we've got a genuine leather sheath, full tang blade, walnut handles. That is going to be 1066 carbon steel. 5-inch blade, $40, but there's a 10% off coupon on these. The Beavercraft things, they're going to be coupons, not percentages off, but still 10%, 10%. All right. Now we'll move on to the next one. I love this. I've got this axe. This thing is incredible. It does a wonderful job. It holds its edge. It's well balanced. The little sheath and the blade keeper are genuine leather, and they hold up. This one, you're going to get a 20% off here. Again, you're going to get 1066 carbon steel. $89.99 is the price, but 20% off coupon on that one. So again, you can't go wrong. Wonderful tool. Move on, another axe. This is going to be their AX3, and that one's got a $20 coupon on it. $20 coupon. So with the other one, we had a 20% coupon. This one we've got flat $20 coupon. So this is the AX3. That's the next axe I want. I may have a problem here, but hey, the problem is I don't have enough knives and axes. We're going to move on to the next one. We've got the Beavercraft hatchet. This is what they call the AX6. It's got more of a bearded blade on it there, you'll see. Again, it comes with a blade protector, comes with a carrier, a sheath, not sheath, a carrier. You can put on your belt. Those are leather, and this one's a 20% off coupon. So if you need a camp axe, one of those three would be a great option, and you're going to get quality with an excellent tool. Then we're going to move on to another knife from Beavercraft. We have the BSH5 Shadow. I did do a video on this one. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Awesome little bushcraft knife. I love the size. I love the balance. It held up. It kept its edge. If you've got an axe or a hatchet, this is your perfect companion to it. You can do light batoning, and you can do all your other bushcraft stuff, and the leather sheath holds the knife in place well. Again, $44.99. Even at that price, you can't beat it for the value, but 25% off coupon right now. So excellent. Pick one up. Then we're going to go with the BSH3 Nightfall. I have this one as well. Another great knife from Beavercraft, and this one's going to carry a 28% off coupon. So even if you paid full price, $44.99, these knives are well worth the money. Great value for the money you're spending. All right, we're going to move on quickly, and I'm just going to show you a few. Maybe you're ready to upgrade your kitchen knife game. And I bought some of these myself, and I've done videos, but we're going to look at a few things from Dalstrong. It, they make some high quality blades, some really neat blades, some innovative blades. And everyone that I've tested, I bought myself and they performed well. So check those videos out, but you can just go through here. They've got several different lines depending on what style you like the best. But you're talking about, again, coupons, but taking a $129 knife down to $90 or $119 down to $83. Here's one that I just did. I just did a video on one of these. Let's see, that's the Centurion. No, I didn't do that one. I did this one here. Just did a video on this one. This is the Delta Wolf Hybrid Cleaver Chef's Knife. That thing is awesome. And right now, 30% off coupon. So excellent time to pick one of these things up if you want to gift a really nice knife, or if you just want a nice knife to have in the kitchen. They are guaranteed. They do stand behind their products. I bought a knife from them. I put it through some stuff that I shouldn't have put it through. I contacted them. They sent me another one, and they let me keep the damaged one. So they will stand behind their products. But anyway, there's several you can look through. I'll leave a link for the Dalstrong store. And their deals page. Some of these home stores don't have, they'll have a menu item that says deals. You click on it and there's nothing there. So you got to search through them. Dalstrong does have a deals tab. And when you click on the deals tab, you get all these things that come up with their coupons. And again, theirs are all coupons. They're not percentages off where it reflects on the price that you see, but it does come off when you put it in the cart. So check those out. If that's too much for you, then that's okay. But I'm putting it out there. Now we're going to go to the other Ukrainian company that I have represented here. We have BPS Knives. I've also got several of their knives. I've tested them. I don't have any videos on them because I bought them before I started doing this, but I can go back and make some. We're going to take a look at a couple of their knives. The first one is the HK2. So that is, you get both options. You can get a carbon steel blade, and that's going to be 1066 carbon steel. And that one is 27% off or $32.99. Or they make it in a stainless steel, and that one is right now 30% off for $34.99. Their stainless steel is a little bit pricier, a little bit more expensive. If you say $34 is pricey, but anyway, regular price $49.99. It's 30% off, so $34.99. The other one I want to show you from BPS is the HK4. Look at that. That is an awesome looking knife there. Looks like a full flat grind on that one. A lot of their knives are Scandi grind, excellent bushcraft things, but that one happens to be a full flat. Again, it's offered in a stainless or at 24% off, or you can get it in their 1066 carbon steel at 25% off. All of the BPS knives come with an excellent leather sheath, and those are walnut handles, unless otherwise specified. Some of them have I think there's one model that might have a birchwood handle, but pretty much everything comes with walnut handles, and they're starting to offer now 1066 or stainless in most models. And it's just, they're excellent knives, high quality. They do provide knives to the Ukrainian army. If that's something you're interested in, you purchase from them, you can help. Again, that link's going to be in the description for the BPS store, as well as both of these knives that I've featured. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. If you like content like this and you want to see more of it, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the sharp new content. And I thank you for watching. Follow the links in the description. Again, whatever you buy from Amazon, it will help the channel. And as always, until next time, I'm Terry, and this is Blade Whisperer. Stay sharp and listen to what the blades are saying.